Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. This is your host, Ryan Kennedy. I'm super grateful, as always, for you joining me on today's episode, all about pre-workout supplements. So I got a question in from one of the listeners that went like this. What are your thoughts on pre-workout powders and drinks? I need a boost for my workouts, and I'm kind of skeptical about the options available and advertised. Well, I commend you for being skeptical because a lot of them are complete garbage. There are so many pre-workout products and powders and supplements that have flooded the market because essentially there's a lot of money to be made. These manufacturers can produce these things for pennies on the dollar, sell them for 50, 60, 70 bucks a pop. And people feel like they're going to get jacked by taking these pre-workouts. Most of them are super, super bad for you. That's the bottom line. There are a few exceptions I'm going to go over in today's video. I'm going to talk about my favorite pre-workouts and how to really optimize your nutrition leading into your workout, utilizing supplements and other natural foods in order to get the most out of your training. Because the bottom line is, we all want to have good training sessions so we can get stronger, have good long-term health, better body composition, good mental and emotional status, all these things all these benefits. Training, exercise in general is one of the most powerful modalities to improve your life. Plain as that. In terms of all the health benefits, in terms of the energy and mood boost that you experience, in terms of relieving stress and anxiety and other sorts of challenges. I think it's one of the greatest interventions for those suffering from mild or moderate depression, from those suffering from stagnation, lacking momentum, lacking drive, lacking vitality in your life. You need to move. So I talk to a lot of people, a lot of patients, a lot of people that I work with. And when I'm working with someone at the onset and they're like, yeah, Ryan, I don't get it. I have this depression, doesn't make any sense. And I look at what they're doing and I'm like, okay, you sit inside all day. You don't do anything you enjoy every day. You don't move your body. You're not exercising. You're eating lousy foods. You're not sleeping enough. You're in a very unhealthy relationship with your partner. I'm looking at like all the things that they put in their intake forms. And I'm like, no wonder you're depressed. I don't know how you could not be depressed. I'd be depressed as shit if I sat inside all day and I didn't exercise. Exercise is one of the greatest outlets to basically release suppressed emotions and suppressed tensions and suppressed energy. And it's a catalyst for change. It's a catalyst for improving our life. Movement creates momentum. And I'm not saying that if you start working out, your bank account's going to be at $1 million tomorrow. What I am saying though, is it's going to be the stepping stone to give you the confidence and the vitality to go out and improve your career, improve your business, improve your relationships, improve your freaking life. That's my spiel on exercise. Now getting into the actual question regarding pre-workout powders. I'm not a fan of most of them. Most of them have a bunch of artificial sweeteners, artificial flavors, artificial ingredients that are not good for you, plain and simple. Then the thing that really, I think, drives home the crux of the problem is they're loaded with synthetic caffeine. So you have like a form of caffeine that's essentially causing a lot of stress to your adrenals and your central nervous system, like a lot of stress, because most of them will have anywhere from 150 to 300 milligrams of caffeine. That is a lot of fucking caffeine. And I know some of you are probably like, oh, 150 milligrams. That's like, well, 2 cups of coffee, Ryan. Well, one thing to consider is you're not going to take 2 cups of coffee and chug the whole damn thing in a matter of seconds. When it comes to pre-workout, you're getting all of that caffeine right away. Like, yeah, I might drink 2 cups of coffee in the morning, but I'm going to consume, let's say, that 150 milligrams of caffeine over the course of a couple of hours. That is a completely different response on my nervous system and on my body and on my cardiovascular system than if I just took it like freaking mainline that shit. Not the same scenario. It's way, way, way worse. And then the other factor is they have a lot of other questionable ingredients, depending on the product. There's 1 or 2 good ones I do like, and I'm going to go through a couple other products I do like. But the best way to ultimately get yourself stimulated for a workout is to use natural food grade sources of caffeine, like organic coffee, like organic tea. These are going to be far superior and actually have some benefits, some health benefits and almost none of the downsides as these pre-workout powders that are just a bunch of synthetic nonsense. So I'm a fan of having a cup of coffee or tea before I train. It does help to, caffeine is known to be a ergogenic aid. It does help with performance. It does help with endurance. It does help with your output during your training. And if that gets you the increase in dopamine and energy you need to get your workout in, I'm all for it. And the caffeine can have other benefits like accelerating fat burning and having other sorts of benefits to your results. And then the other thing I love to pair with caffeine, if I'm going to be training in a fasted state, are essential amino acids. This is not BCAAs, not branch chain amino acids, which is just leucine, isoleucine, and valine, but all 8 essential amino acids, which have far better efficacy than the BCAAs that a lot of bodybuilders have used for decades. The essential amino acids I like most are made by Body Health. They're a great company. David Minkoff, the founder, formulator, he is an awesome natural health practitioner, and these amino acids will help prevent muscle protein breakdown if you are training, like resistance training, in a fasted state in the morning, which I do, and I actually recommend a lot of people do, assuming you don't have thyroid or adrenal or hormone issues. Training first thing in the morning makes the most sense for most of us. You get it in, you get it done. Your whole rest of your day is better. You don't have to worry about going to the gym after a long day in the office, which is freaking hard to do. If I don't work out in the morning, the chances I work out at 4, 5, 6 p.m. is basically none. Because by then I'm exhausted. I've just freaking powered through the whole day. I don't want to go train at the gym. Some people that works for them. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for a lot of people. Most of us, if we're honest with ourselves, we know that the best time to train is in the morning. Get it in, get it done, and enjoy the benefits of that workout the whole rest of the day because you're going to feel freaking better. Simple as that. So essential amino acids, I like to do 5 to 10 grams. And because of the high utilization, I mean, that's equivalent to like a 30-gram whey protein shake, but it's almost acaloric, very easy on digestion. Almost no one has an issue with them. Like whey, a lot of people have intolerances and sensitivities to dairy protein. That's why I like essential amino acids. The other alternative sometimes I'll do is add a couple of scoops of collagen protein to my coffee. The thing is, the amino acids in collagen, while they are amazing and I love them for skin and joints and gut health and hair and nails, they're not as good for muscle building. So if your goal is to like get jacked and to build muscle and to get stronger, then you're going to be better off with essential amino acids over collagen peptides. Although there's no problem with mixing both. Sometimes I'll do both. Next up would be, and that's the foundation. Just you don't need pre-workouts to get strong. You don't need all these freaking protein powders and all these supplements to get strong. Most of it is a result of optimizing your health, optimizing your sun exposure so you have proper hormonal balance, optimizing your sleep so you have amazing recovery, optimizing your nutrition, which is one of the foundational elements, and then actually doing the right training, not just going to the gym, not knowing what you're doing and just pushing around some machines and be like, all right, I think that's a good workout. That's a surefire way to not see great results. So if you don't know what you're doing and fitness is not one of your passions, it's not one of your areas of expertise, I recommend you seek out someone that can give you that guidance. I write customized exercise programs for almost all my patients because it's a big part of the work I do with them, in addition to these other areas of natural health. And if you don't have someone that's helping you with that, hire someone, hire a personal trainer, hire a fitness coach, hire a health coach, hire a health practitioner that's versed in kinesiology and biomechanics and exercise physiology and actually knows proper exercise programming to get you awesome results and to make sure you don't get injured. Those are the 2 things we want to focus on. No injuries, great results. That's the key. So those are the foundational items. Now we'll throw a few more into the mix that I think are pretty cool, pretty helpful. One would be cordyceps mushrooms. I do like these medicinal mushrooms called cordyceps because they can increase the oxygen carrying capacity of your cells and improve endurance specifically. So I like using cordyceps if I'm going to do something that's like a HIIT training or anything endurance related, and it can help with resistance training as well. This is not something you're gonna take and feel freaking limitless. You're going to take it and probably not notice a whole lot, but even if it's providing a 2% or 5% performance increase, over time that compounds. And there are other benefits to these medicinal mushrooms like immune support and other health advantages. The one I like the most as far as medicinal mushroom companies is called Mushroom Science. I've been a big fan of their companies for mushroom products. Those are the cordyceps I'll dabble with from time to time. And then anything that improves nitric oxide and blood flow. The best way you can improve nitric oxide, improve blood flow, is nasal breathing. Breathe through your freaking nose during your workout. Do not do a lot of heavy mouth breathing. The more nasal breathing, slow and controlled, and on the exhale, actually making a humming noise, is phenomenal to activate vagal tone and massively ramp up nitric oxide. For those of you that don't know, nitric oxide, NO, it is like the Viagra for your body. It increases blood flow, it increases the overall delivery of nutrients to your muscle. It improves your endurance, it improves your strength, and improves all these different variables. So there's some proven nutrients to boost nitric oxide. But the number one thing you can do is learn how to breathe. You breathe properly, your nitric oxide is phenomenal. So that's something I am really, really diligent about and find huge performance improvements when I do proper breathing mechanics during my workout, during the day, while I'm sleeping, etc. As far as nitric oxide nutrients, some people like beets and like beetroot powder. That's proven to be a good nitric oxide precursor. Other people will use things like L-arginine. There's also like a bunch of other like supplements that you could take that are safe, that are effective to improve blood flow, to improve nitric oxide. There's an herb called epimedium I do like for this. And epimedium can also help with testosterone for guys and sex drive, and improves blood flow, which helps with sexual performance. So I like a formula made by herbalist and alchemist called Men's Adapt. That's a really good testosterone support, and taking it before your workouts because of the adaptogenic herbs and the epimedium in there to increase blood flow. It can help also as a pre-workout. And then the other pre-workout I do like, which is more of a nootropic blend of pre-workout. Nootropic blend meaning it helps with your focus and your cognition to get better reps, to focus in on your workout, to get motivated for your training. There's one that I really like called Genius. The Genius brand makes a pre-workout. It's called Genius Pre. And that uses a bunch of these nitric oxide boosters, L-citrulline, L-arginine. It uses some, the main nootropic it uses is alpha GPC, which is a form of choline. And it also uses a little bit of huperzine A. And it's another type of nootropic derived from a plant that helps upregulate your acetylcholine, which helps with motivation, helps with drive, helps with getting that kind of engine started so that you get into your workout and you can freaking crush it. And it doesn't have any nonsense in there. There's no like aspartame, there's no like freaking nonsense. So I do like that formula, and that is something I will utilize once or twice a week myself. I'll do like half a scoop because it's pretty strong stuff. And there's no stimulants in there. There's no caffeine. It's a stimulant-free pre-workout. And it does help with your pump. It does help with your focus. It does help with your motivation to get it on, to get it going, to get a great workout in. So I like to use that from time to time on my harder training days, but I don't recommend any pre-workouts really, with the exception of maybe organic tea, every single time you train, because then you become reliant on it. And it's better to not have to say, man, I forgot my fancy powders. I can't work out today, and my workout's going to suck because I didn't take this freaking supplement. It's better to say, hey, I don't need the supplements. I train great without them. And if I have them, cool. If I have them, I can get even better workout, maybe enhance my output for that day, do a little more volume, maybe stretch out my rep count that I'm used to, or add a little bit more weight to the bar. All that's fine and good. But the most important thing is to just be consistent, focus on the other lifestyle variables in addition to your training, and you're going to absolutely crush it. I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. If you found it helpful, please share it along to anyone else you believe it can serve. You can submit your own question to be answered on the show by going to ryankennedyhealth.com/podcast. Be sure to subscribe and leave a review for the show. Your feedback helps to support me on my mission to positively impact as many people as possible with this information. Please note, the information depicted in this episode is purely for informational purposes only. Please consult your healthcare professional before making any changes to your lifestyle or routine.